Hello, this is John Wobenhorst with North Bay Small Biz, and this video is about how to get the most for your internet presence if you're a local business. In other words, if you're getting most of your business from your town or surrounding area, then that's what this video is about. And of course, if you're talking about getting more business from the internet, we all know that there's one huge 800-pound gorilla in internet search. That's Google. So some people estimate that Google accounts for 70% of what people search for on the internet. So we really cannot ignore Google. And of course, we all know about Google, but you may not know how you can take full advantage of what Google has to offer. So let's first just go over a typical internet search. So I'm going to type in here dentist. Now, one great thing is that Google knows already from my IP address or location that I'm in Petaluma, California. So it's going to give me the dentist in Petaluma, California. Of course, you can type in dentist San Francisco or dentist in Denver if you want to, but most people, of course, are just typing in dentist. Now, what you see is several different things here. First thing we see what we call ads. Okay, now Google has this whole ad platform, AdWords, and this is called, or otherwise known as pay-per-click. So if you see these ads on the top and also on the side, those are all ads by Google. Now the only problem with these ads is, number one, over the years as Google has gotten more and more people advertising, the cost has gone up and up and up and higher and higher. Secondly, it's a pay-per-click. This doesn't mean that people are going to call you, it just means if they click, you get charged. So, and the third thing is that there's a certain kind of banner blindness that develops. People know that these are ads, and so people, usually ignore advertising. And so that's why, for many people, investments in Google AdWords has not really paid off. Now, the second part of Google, if you look on a typical Google search page, is what's called organic. Organic means that through whatever means, and we can talk more about that later, these websites have rated high on the search engines. And then the third area, if you look, is what's called the maps. Now Google has decided to overtake what the Yellow Pages used to do. In other words, Google gives me local information and they tie it to a map. And this maps is really, I think, the best place to be for most small businesses because of several factors. Number one, we talked about the ads. There's a banner blindness there. The problem with the organic rankings is that anybody can compete in the organic rankings. You might have articles from Wikipedia, you might have some big hospital, someone who's written some web page that has thousands and thousands of pages of content. So it might be hard for you to compete for that spot. Now the maps, your only competition is someone who has a local address. So the competition has gone way, way down. And on top of that, Google puts these maps right on top of the listings on page 1. So for most people, this is really the easiest and best place to start if you want to get more internet awareness. So we really feel like the maps is the best place. That's really what we're going to be talking more about now, is how to get high up in the maps listing. And these maps usually come in 3-pack or 5 or 7. They usually list the first 3, 5, or 7, most often 7. We call this the 7-pack maps listings. You want to be in this top 7 if you have a business. And what we're finding is people who get in this place often get 30, 50, even more calls per month. And of course, if we could get that many more calls per month, that can mean a lot for a lot of businesses. So let's talk about the maps. So basically what happened is Google, when they started this program, they went to all kinds of directories and they basically created a listing for everyone they could find. So in many cases, you probably already have a listing with Google. Now, just having the listing isn't enough. You need to claim it and verify it, and then also optimize this listing. So this is what you call your Google Plus page or Google Maps page. So what you want to do is go to Google My Business. Google.com/My Business. And there, now of course to do this you'll need to have a Gmail account. So just get a Gmail account, go ahead and go to google.com/my business, and here you're going to see this big map. Now on this big map, you can enter in your phone number or your address. Once you enter your phone number or address, your listing should come up, and it would look like this. Now if it doesn't come up, don't worry, because we can deal with that also. Now once your listing comes up, you click on it some more and it's going to ask you to verify it. So what they're going to do is they're going to send you a postcard with a PIN number on it. In some cases they have a phone system where you can call a phone number and automatically they send you a code and you can enter that code. But most of the time now it's just by postcard. So you enter the postcard when you get it in 3, 5, 7 days, and then you can continue with making your Google Maps listing page. Now if you don't have a listing, there's no problem. You can also go down here at the same map and put create your listing. And so once you go in there, they'll give you a whole lot of things to figure out, a whole lot of things to enter, and you can create your own listing from scratch in case Google hasn't already made one for you. Now one thing very important to notice is that the bottom of this information that they're taking is an area called categories. And you want to look at this very carefully because in some cases there's more than one category you could fit in. In other words, you might be a dentist, you might also be a pediatric dentist. Or there might just be one category, or there might be several. Whatever the case, you want to remember this category very specifically because what you want to do is you want to go back and you want to create content on your website which matches this Google category. The content should be at least 300 to 500 words. And have this content put on your website. That way, your website is matching the content, the categories of the Google Maps listing system, and therefore it's connecting you more and it will help your rankings. If you want to go even a step further, you can use the Google Keyword Tool. You have to get an AdWords account, which is free, and then Google, you can actually search for various keywords. Because some professions have just a few keywords, but some professions, like a dentist for instance, has a lot of keywords. There's Invisalign, there's teeth whitening, there's dental implants, there's periodontic illness, etc., etc., etc. So however many keywords you can find that are related to Google, and Google, either through the categories or through the keyword tool, you want all this content to go on to your site, because this is really going to help a lot. Okay, the other thing is that what you want to do is you want to, once you get your Google Places, or Google, it used to be called Google Places, now it's not called that. If you want to get your Google Maps listing, you want to, they have places for you to put photos, videos, and they even have a section that's kind of like Facebook. You can put posts, there's actually a place for coupons, so there's a lot to work with within your Google listing. And so really what we recommend is to go out and look at your competitors. Look at the top 7-pack for your field right now. If you're a dentist in Petaluma, you would want to look at all the competition, go to their pages, see how many photos they have. If most of them have 5 or 6 photos, make sure you have 8. If most of them have 2 videos, make sure you have 3, etc., etc. So this way, you know, you're already starting to optimize your page so that you can be moving more towards the top. Now the next thing you want to do also is get into as many directories as possible, because Google has a system. Remember that Google is just a big computer algorithm. So every time your name, address, and phone number is seen in a different directory, this is like a vote in terms of Google. So Google is saying, okay, you have 1 vote because your name, address, and phone number is in Manta. 1 vote because it's in Merchant Circle. But one thing that's very important is that this citation needs to be exact. Whatever your name, address, and phone number is in your Google Maps listing, it should be entered the exact same way in all of these citations. In other words, if you're 45 Main Street, Suite 300, then that's how it should be, S-U-I-T-E or S-T-E. Whatever the case, it should be exact. It should match exactly. Don't have number 700 in the citations. If you have Suite 700, in your Maps listing. So, once you get as many of these citations and you get some content, you're on your way to getting started. Now, the other thing you want to see is how many reviews the competition has, because this is really a fantastic thing that's really boosted a lot of sites. Now if you look at some of these sites, some of them have reviews. Now, and what's really great about these reviews is that it comes out in the stars right there on the Maps listing. Now this is very important because, first of all, people see these stars. It just kind of grabs the eye, the stars underneath there, and people see the rating that you have. So you want to get reviews. Now you have to have at least 5 reviews in order to get your stars to even show. So go to your friends, go to your best customers, go to whoever you can, and just get those reviews. And in fact, one of the best ways to have the reviews entered is actually on someone's, if someone comes to your place of business and they have their cell phone with them, they can just enter it directly onto the maps, because the same Google Maps that you can get to from your cell phone is the same Google Maps that we're talking about. So, and it's actually better if they do it from their cell phone, because Google can see it's coming from that device. If Google sees all the reviews coming from one computer, let's just say a computer in your office, that could be a possible red flag for Google. So most Android phones already have the Maps built into it, and the Maps app can be downloaded even on an iPhone. So this is a very important thing to do right away, is to get those reviews and get at least 5 reviews if you can. If you can't, there are ways to help that process, and that's something we can help people with as well. Now the next thing also, and of course another big advantage of having a Maps listing, is that it features a tap to call feature. In other words, if you go into your phone and you're looking for something on Google, and again, more and more people are doing searches from their phone, or we call this mobile search. And so how does your company come up on a mobile search? This is critical in today's market. And that's what's so great about being listed in the Maps, is that automatically you're mobile enhanced, mobile optimized. And what does that mean? It means someone can find you on Google, they can tap on your business, they can tap and get the phone number to be called. It's called tap to call feature. And this is really important because, of course, especially someone searching on a mobile device, they are looking to take an action. They're looking to find something, to do an action. They want to go and get their pet taken care of for a veterinarian, or they want to go and get their teeth cleaned, or they want someone to service their HVAC. Whatever it is, they want to do it right now, so it's easier if they can just bing, 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 tap and call. So this is what you want to do just to get started. And of course there's some more details that we want to talk to you about how to optimize and get the very best from your internet presence using the Google Maps. And so we have 2 more videos in this series that'll be very helpful for you to watch. In fact, really, it could be critical for your business. So what you need to do is enter your email in the box below, and we will automatically send you these emails over the next 2 days, and you can take in some more of this information. So thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.